Yo, what is up? What is up? What is up? What is up? How is everybody doing today? It is Thursday. You know how I know it's Thursday because your boys of the I.O.W. Sports crew is here. Of course, I'm your boy, Wildcard Mar. That's the man with the Grandmaster Plan, Detroit Mel.
What up,
Here
though?
we are, episode 193. How you doing today, big bro?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Trying to get it in, nigga. Trying to get it in.
I know how it is, man.
Trying to get it all the way in, not just the tip.
Well, chill out, man. Yeah, a tip leads to kids, and kids leads to mobiles.
And nigga, how do I know? How do I know?
As
And if that
always,
shit don't work out, lead to child support.
either way,
Right.
it's a bill.
Which eventually leads to killing a nigga, allegedly.
allegedly. But no, as always, y'all know the deal. Please go on over to all our social media platforms. Go on over to Twitter. You can follow us over there at I.O.W. Sports One. Of course, we have the Facebook page set up for you guys in the public, I.O.W. Sports Network. That is the same address, I.O.W. Sports Network on Instagram, as well as I.O.W. Sports Network on YouTube. And
All
YouTube
right.
is where all our content is held. Go on over to the Facebook page, especially because
Let's
that's where
check it out.
I know that's where you guys, the watchers, the listeners, the viewers, get your chance to drop your hot sports take.
Right.
Drop your funny sports meme. Hell, you got your own content. Like right now, I'm trying to set up a collaboration with my boy Michael Turner of the Man's Cave. They got their little podcast and they got their Facebook page as well. So we always branch out to other people who's doing their thing in the podcast game. So look forward in the future for a collaboration between the Man Cave and I.O.W. Sports for sure. Collaborated shows. Hey, we're gonna chop up and talk some sports. So that's what happens when you network on the Facebook page. If you got your own content, you got your own small business. That's a place
Right.
that you can let people know the goods and services that you got. That's what it's there for. But most
Right. Right.
importantly, it's there to talk sports for sure. Always cop you some merch. You see the snapbacks me and Mel got on. If you want the snapback, gotta hit the Cash App.
Gotta hit the cash app.
Hey, it's only $30. I.O.W. Sports
Damn,
Network,
what's
dollar
wrong with
sign, and the
it?
Cash App. And give us a physical address.
Cash App.
Hey, hit the Cash App, get the snapback. $30. And give us a physical address, and you can get the exclusive snapback for sure. So now that we got all that out the way, let's hop in the comments, see who in the building with us. Of course, our good brother player Pim, all the way up in New Jersey. Matt, MJ, he's in the building with us, of course. What's good, fam? What's good with you, MJ? How you doing? Yankees play tonight. Yankees play tonight.
Yeah, they pay nice.
Yeah. Got the dub the other day. But look, before we get into obviously baseball's going on, with the divisional series on both sides of the conference. Then you got, hockey just kicked off. What's up,
What's up,
Boney
Bonnie
homie?
homie?
Hockey just kicked off. We might talk a little of that,
Oh, it rained out.
got rained out. Damn. Oh shit. Well, we'll talk some other stuff. But and we don't, how we do. We gonna say football somewhere towards the middle of the show because once we get on the football, man, it's a whole.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, it's a wrap. But this is where I want to start, and I want to get you in. I might be just blowing it up out of proportion. I might be a little, perturbed, and not
Mhm.
because of who the individual is, and it's not that. I promise you. It has nothing to do
That
with the
sounds
individual.
suspicious
What
already.
you mean it sounds suspicious already?
Your introduction sounds very suspicious.
No, I'm just trying to lay it all out. And so we have, the foundation of the
I don't know where this
conversation.
phone number came from, baby.
No, you feel me? And I'm just trying to make sure that we all on the same level field.
Sent,
Yeah, today I got time.
sent
I
in
got
the
I got
link.
you, Bones. I'm gonna send you the link because what we
What up,
about to
dog,
talk
Kofi?
because what we about to talk about, I'm pretty sure you want to weigh in on it too because I mean it's something we gotta talk about. Like
I,
is and like I said, I don't want to feel like I'm blowing it out of proportion or over exaggerating, but I just want to I'm gonna get my take and then I want everybody else take on it too. So
all right, go ahead.
here's the deal. So here's the deal. All right. So this is a preseason game, of the Lakers, and you know
Oh,
how you
shoot.
get
Not
together
this.
as a squad. You feel me? And after the introductions and shit, you kind of come together as a squad. So just take a look at this.
Who's that streaking across the thing? Uh,
Okay, so here's the deal. You see the team huddled there in the center court
right,
after the
right.
introductions before the game kicks off, but Russ is off to the side by his own.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like I said, I ain't trying to blow it out of proportion, but here's the deal:
But
is
happened twice.
and thank you, Mel. So this is the second video
One
I've
time it's a
seen.
coincidence.
Thank you. This is
But
the
go ahead. I'll
second
let you finish.
time.
I'm talking all of you,
No, no,
all
no,
of you.
no,
Okay.
no, no. I know you excited because you feel what I'm saying. Look, what I'm saying is I
Right,
can
Kofi.
understand if this was just a one-time occurrence, but this is the second video I've seen within the
Mm-hmm.
last 24, 48 hours of him really kind of visually separating himself from the rest of the Lakers.
Right,
I can understand if it was just one time or it's just an accident or something like that, but
right, right.
this is the second video I've seen in 48 hours of Russell
Mm-hmm.
Westbrook slowly looking like, well, I ain't gonna say slowly. It looked like he say, hey, I opted in. Thank you for the 47 million, but you ain't gotta say it. I gotta be part of a team. Boney
Right.
homie, am I tripping?
You're not tripping at all. This man come off like, man, nah, fuck that shit. Literally
Basically,
how
yep,
how
yep.
he looked at them when they trying to give into a hoe. Nah, fuck that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care who think what. It looked like, and it's all speculation, but it looked like he pretty much feel like it was me or this new nigga, and y'all gonna be cool with
I
him
was
and
thinking
fuck y'all.
I was thinking that same thing. Because you gotta think about it like this: how Pat Beverly's, how his attitude is, his personality, and that may rub Russ the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? He might be
That,
like,
that,
man, I brought this new nigga in here, and he think he running stuff and blah blah blah. Because even when he called the called the team to huddle up, during the game,
Yeah.
Russ was kind of standoffish. He kind of came in a way we can say, well, I came over there, but he wasn't really in the huddle. He kind of standoffish a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So somebody say something, well, I was over there. He can say I was over there in a technical sense. But you could tell he was interested in that. And I think I remember we were talking about this before when they made the trade and got Pat Beverly over there. I said this could be one or two things gonna happen. It's gonna be a good thing because of how his attitude is, or it's gonna divide some people. And we already seeing the latter happen.
Pat Bev, he comes off as somebody that you would have to reach out to yourself, and then you be like, oh, this guy's actually cool.
Yeah,
Like
right.
you would have to make that effort yourself to get to him. And Russell
Mm-hmm.
Westbrook comes off as the same thing. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So like
Yeah.
they not it was never gonna mesh.
Right.
I brought this up and it's funny because this is shit you not. Boney homie jumped in my DMs and was like, bro, have you seen this? And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, bro, I've seen it. And trust me, that's the first thing I'm talking about. So like when you see that, and we've all played team organized sports, if you don't want to be part of the team, bro, then go ahead and bounce. Because it may seem
And
like
leave my
nothing.
refund on the table.
Yeah, leave that 47 million on the table too. And look, I may seem like I'm over exaggerating this shit, but I'm telling you, this is the type of shit. This is the type of shit that turns into stories, that turns into issues, and that turns into a never-ending problem if it doesn't get fixed. If you don't want to be part of the team, just say that. Look,
Man, at a certain point, man, you gotta look at it like this is my job, so I gotta do this and that. So if you
That's
don't
it,
want to
bro.
like him, that's cool, but you gotta come to this huddle and figure out what the fuck we about to do as a team,
Right.
regardless of whether or not you like him. You still gotta make the shit work. It's a lot of teammates that have been successful and not like each other. You
exactly.
know
A
what I'm
whole
saying?
lot. Right.
But
Gotta be professional.
they're not gonna do the shit that's gonna fucking like make things difficult for the team or for the strategy of the team.
Right. I agree with that.
I'm and just to piggyback off of that, my thing is like Pat Beverly. You can see that he's making an effort to say, "Hey, man, I know
So that
we ain't had the best of relationship, but yo, like this is purely about basketball right here.
Mm-hmm.
Like let's get on the same page. All right, we need to find out who our defensive assignments is, who we covering.
Right.
Let's play basketball.
man, you know what? I'm really gonna put that on the coach.
That's
Okay.
Darvin Ham.
Like letting it happen. This is where you need to manage personalities. You already brought this man in, so you knew what you had ahead of you already. With specifically these two personalities trying to mesh. I'm gonna put down the coach, and when I say I'm putting down the coach, I mean LeBron James.
I'll buy him out then.
But look, this is not about to happen in Golden State.
Oh,
Golden
no,
State about to be fine.
they
We not
knocking
even
niggas out in Golden State.
But we're not even gonna see when they get on the court. We're not even gonna know they have problems. But we know, if a nigga punched me in my face like that, it ain't ending.
Yeah,
But we're not even gonna know they have problems on the court. Watch.
Oh no, on the court we smooth. After the game might be something different.
Right, Mike. Locker room knows.
I mean,
But like
Lamar, me and Lamar worked at the country club. We ain't like some of them niggas in there. But when the tickets came through, we kicked that food out.
Yeah, you make sure you
know what I'm saying?
you got to get.
I ain't gonna be like, oh, I ain't gonna make that because I don't like. No, bro, we make it, get it going, get the food out, and then when we leave, we ain't gotta speak.
Ain't gotta be friends.
Ain't gotta be friends. Well, the work gotta get done. It's the same thing. This his job.
I got to earn this check.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? This is his job. And you right now, the court is where you work at. So when you out there, you at work. So it ain't about I don't like this, I don't like him or not. It's about let's come together, you know what I'm saying, get this dub, and then we can go our separate ways after that.
At the end of the day, this is what you get paid this $47 million when you opted in. It's to play basketball. And my thing is if
light skin, dark skin war.
But I'm just trying to figure out like what, and like I said, I may be over exaggerating, but when I saw that as a Laker fan, I'm like, bro, if do you understand that there's people that want to be part of this 17-time winning championship franchise? I know we kind of in limbo right now, but historically people want to be in purple and gold, and you got the opportunity. This is your hometown team.
Right.
You about to really shit on your legacy because you from that city and you've been playing like straight dumpster juice since you got the jersey on. You doing this? Boy,
and then one thing,
Kobe Bean Bryant is rolling in his grave with this bullshit.
You wrong. Yeah, you right. What you about to say, Bones?
That's the most disrespectful part of it. I'm sorry, Bones. Let me roll. That's a disrespectful part of it. There's too much honor and legacy that goes with this franchise, and my man Kobe did so much for this franchise. Magic, Kareem, you could go down the damn list of people that were great. And guess what?
Andrew Bynum.
No, don't do that. Magic and Kareem at first weren't getting along, but you know what? They put their differences aside and said, "Yo, let's go get these chips."
Right. Hey, that's what it's about.
You acting like Kobe and Shaq were the best of damn friends. Hey, let's go get this 3-peat.
There you go.
Like, come on, come on, Westbrook. See, this is why you've never won a championship, and you acting like a real baby back bitch right now, and that's why you would probably never win a championship.
Man, AC Green's Jericho is drying up over this.
Man, it's so easy to come in this situation and for Patrick Beverly to be the bad guy. You know who you gotta be to make Patrick Beverly the good guy in the situation?
Right. You're right.
I ain't even think of it that way.
You're right.
Like you gotta be a real dickhead asshole to make Patrick Beverly look like the good guy, bro.
I
Right.
think Patrick Beverly in general is like one of the best teammates you can have, as long as he on your team.
Yes, you
Right.
you have to play against him.
Just like when we get Ron Artest.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same kind of concept. I didn't think Ron Artest was gonna fit because of how he acted against us, but he got there now. Now this is my family.
Right.
So I think Patrick Beverly the same way, and he made the playoffs, so this is his team, like you said. So then Russell Westbrook needs to be honored to play with him.
Beanie made a play-in tournament last year, bro. He's like, we trying to get playoff experience in here.
And I seen Ant said that the Lakers are playing like a play-in team. I would disagree with that 100%. The Lakers are not playing like a play-in team. I wish they were.
What, they playing like an AAU team?
They're playing like a played-out team.
No.
Man, this is I just think like this, man. When it comes to stuff like this, I kind of agree with Bones was saying. This is what the coach steps in, and he nips us in the bud. Yeah, LeBron comes in, he nips in the bud. And look, man, let's get together and get this solved. You know what I'm saying? That's what a leader does.
Or sit your ass on the bench.
Or that's it. You know what I'm saying? We seen in Indiana where careers go to die.
Well, they had the trade in motion to get Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. For some reason, they thought that the 2027 picks were too valuable now all of a damn sudden.
You don't have nothing.
You ain't got nothing.
You don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't be selective. You got to go all in. You ain't nothing.
You're like, cause you're a win now team every year.
That's like you don't have no food in the refrigerator. Somebody offer you some bread. Oh, I don't eat one of the bread. Nigga, you ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Sound like my kids.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'll eat this. What do you have? You had nothing.
You got nada.
You know what I'm saying? Man, that's ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous.
I'm just like, it's funny you say that with Bones about LeBron being the guy to do it. But we hear from you so much. Social issues. You the first one to tweet. You know, when people you hear the critics and the chirping about your team, oh, you the first one to tweet. Now you quiet now? No. See, Brian, this ain't the time for you to be quiet. This is the time for you to be like, yeah, bro. Hey, man.
I'm no burger.
Either ride with us or move on.
That's how I feel, man. Get down, lay down. That's how I'm.
Yeah,
I mean, we don't know that LeBron didn't have that conversation with him though, and it could have been just like that. And that could be where, you know what I'm saying. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And LeBron don't really have as much power as LeBron has.
Mm-hmm.
Like the coach got to agree with him, and Jeannie Buss got to agree with him to the point where he's gonna be like, "Look, man, y'all got to take this L on this money,
right?
Or this L on this court. You can pick your choice, pick your poison." I feel like we'd rather be taking the L on the money and winning some shit.
That's more money too. Right.
It's more money.
You make that money back up. You make that money back up, especially when you start getting W's.
Go get This is the second time I can't remember dude's name again. That's probably why ain't nobody signing him. Nobody can remember his name. Kemba.
Kemba.
Yeah, Kemba. Go get Kemba. Give him better than minimum.
I mean, the Indiana deal was a good deal to me.
Of course it was.
It's like the only reason to hold on to him is because you hope you can trade him, and you can't.
I mean, Miles Turner. Yeah, Miles Turner and Buddy Hield.
Yeah, but
you got a backup for my man get hurt again, because you know that's happening, and you got an outside shooter, and you getting rid of a headache.
I'm telling you, man, having Buddy Hield and Miles Turner right now would have been a serious upgrade.
Yeah, you at least make the play-in tournament.
We already got 30 point guards. It's not gonna hurt if we lose a point guard,
right?
Especially one that turns the ball over a lot.
Especially when to shoot air ball.
That's just
and ain't on defense,
right?
Then what is he good for then? If we naming all the negatives, ain't nobody named nothing positive.
He ain't good for selling tickets. You know, some people getting there. Oh, he'll sell tickets. Like, I want to see this bum.
I mean, I think he would like sell tickets if we were like I don't know the Bummers team out who has nobody on their team. You know what I mean? Like it had to be a team with
Right.
zero personality for Russell Westbrook to just go out there and run up triple doubles and do nothing else.
Hey,
Russell don't care about a ring. He just wants stats and yeah.
Hey, Westbrook
by himself.
belongs solely in places like Houston, OKC, Sacramento, and Indiana.
OKC got a young
Orlando.
team though. They got young. They got something. They got something they can build on the OKC. He just messed that up.
Yep, I agree.
Hey, Houston, I can see him going to Houston. Tell him
Houston
Indiana
up
where he need to go. That's where he needs to go, Indiana, or go to DC.
So I feel like the Knicks have something going on, but where you wouldn't want to
go to DC. Go back to DC.
I feel like if you're throwing Russell Westbrook into your team, it's not for any type of success. It's just to sell some tickets.
Right. Or fill
Like,
a roster spot.
We ain't got shit going on right now anyway. Let's at least sell some tickets for the next 4 years.
Man, Russell Westbrook is like the jump off. You know what I'm saying? You're like, I'm just gonna hit this because she's available. That's all it is for.
It's 2:15 a.m.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm nice and slizzer.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a last call.
I got a pocket full of condoms and some dick ready to work.
Hey, bro, that's Hail Mary time, bro.
That's for that. You know, he that fat chick at the end of the club with the sparkle falling off her dress. You're like, oh, come on, bitch, let's go. That's all he used.
Yeah, you telling us too much about yourself. I mean, I didn't like purposely get down with a big girl. Like shit just kind of
it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Club about to close down. Like, come on, bitch, let's go. Ain't got nothing to do with that. That's Russell Westbrook.
Hey, no, I got a better one. So back in the days, we used to call shorties DBs, drought busters. You know, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
That what that was.
That's what that, right?
You like, right. It's been a minute. I need to bust this drought, get back on, get back on top of my game. Right. You know, once you break that drought, you like, all right, I'm in there like swimwear.
My hand is cramping up right now, so I need to.
But I can't lie. This is refreshing because I thought I was tripping when I saw the video.
Nah, man, you own it.
Okay,
for real.
I mean, I kind of felt the same. That's really why I said it to you. Like, am I like overreacting? You know what I'm saying? That's why I said to you.
When I seen that, I said, "Oh shoot, here we go."
And look, and let's be honest, because this is easily a easy ploy of how things may not be what they seem to appear, and it just because a story could have been spun off of it, but this is not the first time I've seen it in 24, 48 hours.
We see at least twice.
At least twice.
Twice.
So I mean, look, I think we all understand. You start seeing something that happens more than once in a short amount of
once
period
is
of time.
Twice it's a pattern.
Hey, first of all, once was already once too much.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I only had known about the first one. I mean, the one I just sent you. That's the only one I had even seen until I started watching the show before I get home.
But if you look at his body language, he look disinterested.
He like, huh? I got 47 million. Who cares?
You know what I'm saying? For real. I mean, his body language, he looked disinterested. So,
let's think about it.
That's his defensive problem. It ain't even that he doesn't have the talent because he always played defense with complete effort, not so much skill. So like you can see last year when he stopped caring so much, that's when he stopped playing good defense. Mm-hmm. He played defense like somebody who's trash, but like knows they trash. It's like you know what I mean. You know you trash. You're like, at least I got to get out here and hustle.
Yeah, get out here and hustle, right? You try to make up for your lack of talent with hustle.
But his hustle just ain't been there.
Right.
So it sounds like at this point, then why the hell did the Lakers was dumb enough to get trapped in this type of contract to even take it on? No, they took it on.
I blame LeBron. I blame LeBron.
100% blame LeBron.
You know what I'm saying? Why would you get all them the contract you have him, AD, you know what I'm saying, and Westbrook? That's the majority of your salary cap right there.
Sound good.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't, you put that team together, if you don't win immediately It's automatic. It's a waste. It's a waste. Now you sitting here, what, 3 years, 4 years? Was it 3 years? It's been 3 years, right?
Yeah, this
Was it 4?
this
Yeah, you sit here 3 years down the line and you don't have nothing. No ring, no nothing with this team.
Here's the thing.
No.
And if you get on 2K right now and try to play my GM mode, ain't nobody gonna take Russell Westbrook because that contract.
right.
And you're 79 overall.
right. You right though.
79.
For real. I don't know what Jeannie Buss was thinking.
See, but it's funny that you say that. I don't think Jeannie Buss is in full control of this team. I think there's other talking people that are confusing the whole front office.
But who though? She ran everybody out of there.
Well, no, Rob Pelinka, the GM, he's gotten some pull, and then you really think about Jeannie Buss as, I know she's probably the more active family member.
Imagine get back in there and start busting Jeannie out again. Maybe her mind. See some more Magic dick. Maybe that's what it is.
They had already whatever happened with Magic. Magic pretty much was like, nah, these niggas finna do their own thing, and I don't want my name on this. And he was right.
Right. I
don't know what happened, but it was something along them lines where he's just like, nah, I need to not have my name attached to what's about to come next.
They about to do some stupid stuff. He probably saw it coming down the line.
So there it is. I was about to say it. I think Magic probably saw it before it hit the fan and was like, yeah, nah. I like to be known for success.
LeBron kicking Buss down undercover and well, he making stupid moves. That's for real. He's making stupid moves.
Yeah.
Russ. I mean, now I will say this. On paper, AD wasn't a bad move. You know what I'm saying? You would think that's a good move to get AD.
I think it was a risky move. I don't know if it was a good move.
No, I would say we could discuss the money and all that stuff,
it was a risky move, bro.
It was a good move. I think
we knew his knees was made of that same paper.
Thank you. He was having the same issues down in New Orleans. That's what I'm saying. It was more of a risky move.
But I think
it's a whole different story. But
yeah, if healthy, it's a good move. But here's my thing: when you see Russell Westbrook, what have he showed you to make you think him coming there is going to be good for your team?
No, that was a stupid move.
And to get rid of all of your future.
Especially you being LeBron and being like, well, he really just brings what I bring. At his best, he brings what LeBron brings. At his best.
Right. You basically the same player to a degree. LeBron is more talented, but basically the same type of player.
And it's not the type of thing you want to have two of.
Right.
It's not the type of thing that works well together. Not like you get two shooters that are both good at playing off ball. It's not the same.
Right.
One ball. Lance Armstrong.
Hey, we got a point there, though, bro.
Live strong.
You got a point there.
No, that's spot on. Because, between us three and Melvin Wall and Nick, we've all had that conversation. LeBron and Russell are pretty much the same player. One's smaller. One's actually been able to still maintain his skills, and one is just a $47 million walking around crybaby. So
if Nick figured that out, then everybody knows.
Hope Nick is listening.
I can't with y'all, man. Yo, Nick hit Bones with that head ass meme, man. He been on his ass ever since, dog. Bones been on his ass ever since, yo. He's like, oh, I got something for you, motherfucker.
I have one big haymaker, but I'm about to throw a whole bunch of jabs.
Hey, speaking of jabs,
we
like some boxing around here.
Yeah.
So, man, we kept trying to get the Errol Spence Jr. and the Terrence Crawford fight. At one point, it was on. Now it was off. And and I don't even know where it's at right now. It was supposed to happen, but I think we got Ryan Garcia and Javante Davis booked. So there's going to be a couple of fights that should be happening at the end of this year that should go on. What does that speak of on the state of boxing that there's two anticipated fights that people want to see? One you might not get, and then one that you got for sure that you're going to get. Like, what does that speak of the state of boxing, fellas?
Well, I mean, I think Davis fight would be a good fight, but for me, I think boxing is losing a lot to MMA. Period. I just think that boxing has gone down so far that outside a few good fighters, who you really have? I mean, if you look at the Wilder and the goofy white boy, what's his name?
Fury.
Yeah, Fury. That wasn't a good fight. Fury looking like like a better version of what's my man name used to get beat up all the time. Not Coney. The goofy looking white boy that Holmes used to fight all the time. George Clooney. Not George Clooney. That's the actor.
That's the white Batman.
Yeah, that's white Batman. What is my man name? God, I can't think of his name, but you know, I'm talking about the one that Larry Holmes, the white boy with Larry Holmes used to fight all the time. Where Matt at? He know. But anyway, you know, he looks sloppy. It don't look like it wasn't a good fight to me.
Okay, but they beat him twice.
It don't matter.
What you mean it don't matter?
It don't make it. I mean, it was a good fight because he beat him twice. I don't mean nothing. It was entertaining. It was not entertaining to me. You know, like you go back to the Tyson era and all that stuff. Those fights was entertaining. You know, you go back to even back when you watched on Sugar Ray and all them was fighting Hearns and Hagler. Those fights were entertaining. Now the stuff I be seeing outside of one or two fighters, it's garbage to me. I'd rather watch UFC.
Now I'm gonna like multiple. I'm gonna like double down on what you just said.
All right.
Boxing on life support.
Yeah,
as a casual boxing fan right now, and as a casual MMA fan right now, nigga, it's like 3 boxers that's got names.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't really follow boxing right now. It's like 3 named boxers, and I can't even remember the name of the third one right now. Anthony Joshua.
Yeah, Joshua. Yeah, Anthony Joshua. Right.
Anthony Joshua. Okay, so that would have been the third one. Then it's Wilder. Then it's Fury, and then you're like, do I still count Floyd? That's how.
Floyd into like entertaining now. He just doing.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's where boxing is. That's where boxing is as far as household popularity.
Yeah, you think about like this, and I agree with you. Think about like this. If you ask just a casual fan of boxing to name 3 boxers, I bet they'd be hard pressed.
And they might get Triple G Canelo.
They might get them. But that's it. Even Davis, as good as a fighter as he is, a lot of people don't know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, think about it. You hear Anthony Joshua name thrown around a lot, so you might. I mean, because he has 2 first names, you know, that's easy to remember. I'm just serious. I'm just serious.
I had the wrong one.
You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, I mean, maybe Fury because Fury talk a lot and he don't look like a boxer. You know what I'm saying? He like an Amazon delivery guy.
I don't know where they're getting all this money from. You know, it's crazy that they still making more money than the mixed martial artists.
Right.
See, but that's something that needs to get handled as well. See, no, like UFC, these fighters they'll be happy to make $1 million, $2 million.
Yeah,
because that's a payday to them. And that's always one thing that Conor McGregor has always talked about. Mm-hmm. That's why he did that whole payday with Floyd. He made more money off that one fight than he probably would ever make in his whole UFC career, and that's how big his name was.
Right.
And he's a huge name as far as MMA. Like I don't know who's bigger in the past like 5-10 years than him. Because not only is he got his fans, but he got the motherfuckers that want to see him get his ass whooped.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's the whole package as far as combat sports goes.
Oh yeah.
That's all you want.
Any sport, really. Like, if you're a hated person, really
and loved,
you got the best of both worlds.
You know what I mean?
Because
That's
they want to
sport.
spend money to come see
That's
you.
the Patriots.
Yeah.
That's the Patriots. Think
Yeah.
about it. The people who live in the Boston area love them. Most people outside of them hate them. But when they come on, when they're on TV, they probably get the highest ratings because people want to see them either lose or win.
The Cowboys.
Or the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Or the Cowboys.
Definitely the Cowboys.
Yep.
Definitely
Cowboys
the
too.
Cowboys. You want to see them get their ass whooped. Except people in Texas. That's it.
I don't know, Magic. I don't know if you heard what I
First
said
off,
earlier.
Matt, I'm gonna need you to not pick your son up until this is over with. We be having questions for you specifically, and you out here trying to be a father.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, I'm mad at you. And you to be a good pappy.
He
Trying to
can't
be a
walk.
good parent.
He don't got GPS on his phone.
And what's my question? Oh, Matt, who's the white boxer that Jerry what's his name? Larry Holmes to fight all the time?
In the 80s?
It's probably in the 80s. I want to say it's something like it sounds like Cooney or Cooley, something similar to that. I'm asking Matt. He probably know.
No, Nate Diaz, man. You see what's happening in the UFC. All those fighters that kind of help usher in that new era of UFC that's kind of been taking over boxing.
Right.
They're slowly fading away from the UFC.
Cooney, yeah, that's the name, Jerry Cooney.
They're either going off to other promotions or they're finding more avenues like acting, movies, and other stuff like that to supplement the money that they should have been making. Anthony, wow. And
Boy, like Tom Brady.
Hey, this is what we haven't talked about. So obviously, since we have Monday show, we didn't get the chance to discuss it. How you feel about that whole Devontae Adams situation when he pushes over a homeboy, leaving the stadium or leaving the field, and now it's down in
a man chasing the bag.
No, he found a legit case.
I know what I'm saying. He chasing the bag. I got a concussion. Oh, my neck.
He chasing it, but he deserves it.
I mean,
but he deserves it.
Here's the thing, though. I'll say this. No, he shouldn't have pushed him. You know what I'm saying? I understand you upset, stuff like that. He shouldn't push my man.
Yeah, but
it goes back.
He pushed the shit out of him.
He pushed hard. It goes back to we saying like this your job. You know what I'm saying? And you was at work fighting. What's gonna happen? You get fired.
I'm gonna win.
I can't. No, man, it's that shit is
real around these parts too.
Yeah, it's always real about these parts.
We all got one.
Yeah, it wasn't meant like that, man.
Man, man. We know we love you, man. That man got 4 injuries over. Where are you, man? That's what I'm saying, Ant.
It should be that way. Like, don't call the if the opportunity hits, motherfucker, take that bitch.
Hey, look.
You push me, I might wake up paralyzed.
Paralyzed, blind.
Hey, especially if Devontae Adams pushed me and I just saw that bag you just got.
Let me say this. That ain't nowhere as hard as I'm going to push Mike if I ever meet his big head ass. Yes. He bounced. I didn't even boot him. He bounced right away. I was going to say congratulations to I.O.W. for investing and getting part of the Hubble telescope because we need an aerial shot to get that big ass head on camera.
What's up with you, Nick? Man, you wild.
What's happening?
Y'all boys is wild.
I added him. Hold on, I got it. What's up?
Go ahead.
Me and Mel were hitting it at the same time. That's what she said.
That's the equivalent of hanging up on him.
I said to them, I said, congratulations, man. I.O.W. chipped in and got a piece of the Hubble telescope because we need a shot from outer space to get your big ass head on camera.
This man come out here wearing a size 13 50 cap talking about my head.
And
he got a whole parachute on right now.
All right, Mike rubs his face and people start singing, he's got the whole world in his hands.
Oh, I'm surprised.
People start singing Bray Wyatt entrance music when they see your head. What's up, buddy? How you been?
Vibing.
Yo, we got a real beef, man. We were going back at one another, and it was Randy or somebody like, yo, why you go with him like that? I'm like, it's not me, it's both of us. Just wait and see. But Mike popped off like the victor. I think it was Randy. Like, yo, what, Nick? Why you go with him like that? I'm like, it's both of us. Just wait.
Hey, but Bones, I'm with you. He does deserve to go ahead and pay whatever. Hey, just pay him off and move on from the situation.
I mean, he got criminal charges too, though, right?
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
He got charged in Kansas City for a misdemeanor. Look, he got enough money to get a good lawyer, and that'll probably more than likely go away.
Everybody going in on Nick.
Where is it?
I don't care if you sold in there. You can
No, it's 7 3/4, baby.
They took that head off like he's one of them Lego characters.
I got 2 big heads. What am I gonna say? We can't fit my ego and Mikey's head on screen at the same time, so one of us got to go.
But y'all heard him. Kick him out.
I see your wife got tired of you, made you move out to the car.
This is the office. You know? Old school. Y'all remember these?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
What is that?
DVD player.
A DVD player,
Oh,
bro.
shit.
That's the drive around at night and pop an old DVD porn in and freak everybody out on the highway as they pass you.
That sounds like something you've done before.
No, I've seen it. I've driven by one at night, and then I slowed down and gave them a double thumbs up, and they were like, "Yeah, what's up?"
You have to have your subwoofer beating the porn. that would really trip me out. Have a 17 a Capri Classic with a 17-inch screen hanging from the top. So fuck your whole hood up.
Mm-hmm.
With subs beating the whole porn, riding around with your homeboy.
Right.
But that shit ain't suspicious.
Right.
And then act like it's weird to listen to R&B together.
Yo, getting back on topic. If Devontae pushed me, I would have been on the ground, not been able to move. I would have never got up, and I would have been crying, "Oh, help me, Lord, baby Jesus, help me!" I would have put myself in a self-induced coma and just been like, "Yo, I'm out. You ain't chasing the bag. You landed in the bag like Scrooge McDuck jumping in the pot of gold, baby."
That's true.
See, this is why we don't get along. This is why we don't get along, because we are too similar while being too different. Because it's literally what my answer was. I said he pushed me. I was gonna wake up paralyzed.
Oh, I would have been on the ground and turned into gold member. I love gold.
Hey, bro, you just got a big bag this summer, bro. Everybody know.
Oh yeah, he gonna get paid. Now,
I'm not saying homeboy jumped in front of him on purpose, but damn, Devontae, like his head was down, your head was down, and then like just the shove that he gave him, bro.
He shoved him hard.
He shoved the shit out of him.
Yeah, he shoved him
Maybe
hard.
if he hit that hard while blocking in the run game, maybe they would have won the game.
All right, so let me ask y'all this. Let me start with you, Bones. Does the NFL suspend him?
Yeah, they should. They should. I kind of feel like you guys set a precedent with shit like this. Like in general, you really just can't do that. Big ass athlete, little ass nigga holding the camera.
Right. It's like pushing a kid down.
Mel, NFL suspends him? Yes or no?
They should suspend him, but I say this caveat. I think you still should take in consideration who the player is. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have a history of doing this. It'd be different if it's like a player that has a history of doing that. Then I think the punishment should be harsher. But yeah, he should get something. He should get something because you got to be smarter than that.
Yeah. So you saying at least a game?
About 2 games.
2? Oh, okay.
I give him 2 games. Yeah. I mean, cause like Bone said, you got to set a precedent so nobody else can do that again. You know what I'm saying? Because you mad enough, you might say, "Fuck it, I take the 1 game." You know what I'm saying? 2 games, you might be like, I don't know about that.
Big homie Nick.
What if he pushed the cheerleader to the ground like that? I'm just thinking of other NFL employees that aren't team members but are on have sideline access, right?
I think it's the same.
What if he puts Pam Oliver or
she deserves
the tall blonde Erin Andrews to the ground, right? Like he pushed like it was a female reporter and he just turns and shoves. There's going to be major outrage. Those people have NFL sideline access. I think you've got to give him a game. I think 2 is too much. But with what he gets paid, 1 game.
What's up, Ed? What's up with the statement, man? What's up?
Anthony's straight drinking haterade today, coming for all of our necks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it matters who he puts down. You gotta set precedence for it. Period.
Anthony got post game. My team already lost rage in them, and it's 3 hours till kickoff.
I got that.
I'm fine with him getting 1 game because I think the NFL kind of has already set precedent. Because if Mike Evans gets in an altercation with an actual another football player,
that's a player though.
No, but
I think it's different. That's a player.
I think that's lighter.
Hold on. Yeah. If the NFL suspends Mike Evans for pushing another player, they gave him 1 game. Right. Then you have to at least minimum 1 game for a non-football player, a person who's not the personnel. So he should definitely get a game. Now,
there were punches thrown with that too. They were throwing punches at one another after the push got back up. There was a lot more than just a push. That wasn't like a push and then end of it. Like the punch.
You want to go on the record and say Mike Evans can eat a dick?
I'll go on the record and say Mike Evans can eat another dick because he looks like he already had one.
Oh wow!
I hate everything in Tampa.
I see.
Well, since we'll speak on it, big homie Nick, you went on the show on Monday. Why don't you speak of another call that your
great episode on Monday, by the way. Great episode on Monday.
Appreciate it. But
I'll tell them why you're saying that because I know why you're saying it.
I know why you said
it. Because Nick wasn't there.
I don't know. It feel like something that you
can't put your finger on it, Mike. You want me to help you? Can't put your finger on it.
Yeah, you're right on that one, though.
It's bullshit, right? An unknown NFL executive said, and I quote, "You feel that this weekend was get back calls for Tua."
Mm-hmm. Oh, it was.
Can we just stop the bullshit? We know when we see pass interference, roughing the passer.
Oh,
we know when it's a football play. When someone is rolling and spinning, and you tackle them while your body is twisting. Now, if I run up to someone, grab them, lift them, slam them, that's completely different than what happened with that roll tackle. That's the NFL saying we got to protect our quarterbacks. The NFL doesn't want games with Skylar Thompson quarterbacking, like you saw with the Dolphins last week. It was a clean hit by Sauce, but the first play of the game, Teddy gets knocked out. The NFL knows when you have poor quarterback play, like we had last Thursday with Russell Wilson and Matt Ryan, the league is going to get torched and smoked on social media, and they don't want that. Although I'm of the mindset any publicity is good publicity. Watching something that bad is almost as watching something that good because you don't expect that poor level of play in the NFL by marquee names, right?
Right.
But they don't want Skylar Thompson starting. So you're going to see maybe it's just a one weekend thing to send a message to the rest of the league, but I hope that doesn't become a trend, man, because we play the Packers on Sunday, and the Jets were already talking about, we know we got to be careful going anywhere near Aaron Rodgers. If that ball's out, we got to hold up. We breathe on him the wrong way, they're going to throw a flag.
Yeah, but that messes the game up, though.
100%.
It messes the game up.
Now you're not playing football.
Right. If you're thinking, I can't go. Go ahead. What do you want to say, Bones?
I was about to say, just like on this play, if you watch it, like, now you're thinking, okay, I just got to let him go. Yeah. Like, what else am I supposed to do?
Right. And then what have you done? So what if you rushing the quarterback
Hey,
you ease up off of them. Go ahead,
hey, hey, Mel.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's funny you say that, Bones. That hey, I got Brady, let him go. This happened 3 years ago when the Chiefs were playing the Patriots. Breland Speaks had Tom Brady in a rap hold, and he was about to spin him, but he let him go, and then Brady took another 5 yards and got to the end zone, scored a touchdown.
Right.
Guess where Breland Speaks is at? He ain't in the NFL no more.
Mm-hmm.
That the year after got cut, couldn't get on the football team, couldn't get on the football field, and right. I'm not saying that was the reason why his career sucked. I just don't, it was just situations like that happen because these defensive players are like, what the hell do we do? How do you and I need to bring this up. We saw the play, not just the sack. But that was the second time that Brady has literally lifted up his legs to kick Grady Jarrett. That's the second time doing that in that game. And as much as you want to sit here and want to say protect the quarterbacks, you can't let Tom Brady keep trying to kick defensive players just because they're sacking him.
And because they can't do nothing back.
Right.
Like what is that shit?
Anger out for Giselle.
By the way, I'm sorry, it's gonna be way off topic. I had a strong argument with Sketch, and I was real disappointed when I saw Giselle because they've been talking about Giselle for like 30 years, and I thought she was like the finest woman on earth. And she was
never seen her before?
No. And
really?
then I'm like, she's just okay.
Yeah, she's okay.
I'm like,
no, we need Nick to talk about that.
I can walk into Walmart right now and find a Giselle.
Yeah, right. Nick, how you think Giselle look?
Like Gumby. She's tall, she's thin. 20 years ago, Giselle was thick as shit. Now she lost too much weight. She looked like Gumby. She ain't got nothing to her.
She was still 7.
I don't care. She could be on a crashing 747. I don't give a fuck.
That's dark. That's real dark.
I'm just waiting for my boy Zach Wilson to make the call in the DMs and be like, sup? Let the milk slayer milk.
All right, so
I was gonna talk about this play too.
You see that play, and then you see this play. So what to
play
me?
This clip again. Start this clip from the beginning, please.
I always got to start it for the blind motherfucker. You can't put your glasses on, man.
Sit on this shit.
Well,
that's more of the weight on top. I'm not a fan of it, but I could see why this one was called more than
he jumped up though, Nick. Though, well, look, he hit him. He got up.
I'm just being devil's advocate here. And I know Mike's gonna say white devil. I know white devil.
No, but hold on. Hey, Nick, and answer this for me. How can it be roughing the passer when the passer does not have possession of the football? This just watch this play. The ball is out of Derek Carr's hand. He don't have possession of it. So that doesn't make him a quarterback in that instance.
It's the weight falling on top, though.
He's not a quarterback
in
position. He at that point he is technically.
I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm telling you in the heat of the moment, they don't want you collapsing on the quarterback with your weight, and they're going to prevent that. I know the ball's out. I know the comment you're making makes complete sense, and your argument makes complete sense. But I'm telling you, in the spirit of the rule, they don't want you landing on the quarterback with your weight.
I understand that. But I understand that. But if you come
down on them,
but here's the thing, though.
Bundy, give me the count to 5.
I understand what you're saying from the NFL standpoint. But if I'm coming around the edge like that, full speed, trying to come at you, ain't no way I'm not gonna land on you.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm gonna push you. The only thing I can do is push you down outside of that.
I agree.
What else he gonna do? I think it's stupid. It's just dumb.
Especially when you have full possession
of what I saw, though, I can, not a strong one, but I can make the argument as black on white. Okay. I mean, that. The way I get treated on this show, I'll be throwing that flag like this.
Bro, we treat you real nice on the
show. Thursday's edition of it, Mel. I'm waiting for it because I haven't heard it yet.
Come on, man. You got to build up to it. Build up to it.
Let me go to speak and say something.
You know what I'm saying? You know, we gotta get foreplay going first.
And then what do we do after that?
Fuck you, Nick.
But yeah, I'll be completely honest with you guys. I'm petrified from a Jet standpoint. The way our pass rush is getting to the quarterback now.
Right, and
I'm petrified of a game-changing flag on Sunday. I am prepared for it already. Like Anthony's got that rage for the Redskins loss tonight already. I am sitting here with my pregame rage, knowing there's going to be a call for Aaron Rodgers that changes the game.
I'm petrified for where the league is going at. You know what I'm saying, as a whole.
Yeah.
You know, what do you
happens when you're paying these guys $50 million to play this position? You are going to protect them. You do not want them on the sideline.
Nick was here too. Yeah, we got you though.
Hey, I came in swinging on it. We good.
Hey, appreciate you, Boney, homie.
As
always.
Appreciate you, Bo.
Hey, but no, and I've always
so you could get that head out of that fucking car door. Bro.
I've always agreed with you on this, Nick. Because I think you're 100% right. The league will always. Wow. And look, and that's why you see the other day. Well, that's why you see the other day the NFL came out and said, no, we're not doing nothing about it. They literally came out and said, yeah, we reviewed it. We reviewed the rules and how it's to be officiated. And man, guess what? Stick with it. We're okay with it. Because Nick is 100% right. As long as quarterbacks are the premier position, and you see how the rules are geared to pretty much handcuff defenses, they want the Brady versus Mahomes matchup versus Josh Allen matchup. They want Mahomes Allen. They want Mahomes Jackson. They want Burrow Jackson. They want Herbert Mahomes. They want all those mix of those quarterbacks, whoever you think is elite at that level. They want them playing on Sundays. Here's a true example. Here's my prime example. A couple of years back, me and the missus had tickets to go see Mahomes versus Aaron Rodgers. It was in Arrowhead. And man, we paid good seats for him. We were behind the Chiefs bench, and I'm talking about a few rows up. Paid primo money for him. But and this we bought these in the off season. A few weeks later, a couple of weeks into the season, this is when Mahomes got hurt in Denver with the knee situation. I was like, you know what? Sell the tickets. It's because I paid primo money to see Mahomes versus Aaron Rodgers. I got Matt Moore versus Aaron Rodgers. I didn't pay that primo money to see Matt Moore versus Aaron Rodgers. So I sold the
same thing happened last year when it was Patrick Mahomes against Jordan Love.
Oh no, I didn't go to that game.
Thing, right? No, I'm saying, but the same thing on the flip side, right?
Yeah,
same price goes up when Brady was coming in his prime. Rodgers coming in, Mahomes is coming in, Josh Allen now.
Yeah,
those prices are going up because you're seeing the top names in the league.
Yeah, and guess what?
Yeah.
People are always
you think that the Packers played the Jets Sunday? Fox is putting their number one team on this game. Their number one announcing with Greg Olsen and Kevin Burkhardt.
Yeah.
Don't you think they wish that Zach threw 4 touchdowns last week and the Jets didn't run it so they could say Zach Wilson off of a 4-touchdown game against Aaron Rodgers in Lambeau? It ain't as cool when you say Breece Hall and Sauce Gardner coming in to take on Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which, by the way, might be the greatest draft class we've ever seen in a very long time.
Hey,
I know we'll get to it. If not, I'll make time for it. But
no, you guys got a good draft class. You guys look good. But no, look.
But
to my point, you want Josh Allen, Patrick.
Yes.
You want Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady.
Yes.
Last year, you wanted Stafford against Burrow, right? Those were the selling points.
And guess what? The NFL is always good about what you, the viewer, wants.
Yeah.
Whether you tune in to hate it or tune in to like it, they're still going to make sure that, hey, you paid for that money, or you pay for that ticket, you pay for that DirecTV to watch the Sunday ticket. You know, you buying the jerseys. You thank you. You did what we needed to do. And
Stop what?
I mean, that's what the NFL is trending. And look, as much as we hate the roughing the passer, how it's being called now. Hey man, it's they said it. They said that's
They're
just
going
what
to
it
protect
is.
their guys. Like even Derek Carr gets protected. Daniel Jones ain't getting that call. Zach Wilson's not getting.
Patrick Mahomes didn't get that call. Look, I got the clip where because it was the same motion of sack that happened to Tua, that happened to Tom Brady, and the same motion happened to Patrick Mahomes on Monday. Obviously, the Tua hit didn't get flagged, but because of the concussion situation, that was a fumble by
he more pushed Tua than he did hit him.
No, but I'm saying,
I'm just saying, my thing is, he still got hurt. So you ain't. If you compare what Milano did against Tua,
not what Milano did.
But I'm using that as an example. But I'm using that as an example to kind of show you my point, though, because it's futile. If you look at what Milano did against Tua, right? He more pushed.
He pushed him. Yeah, he did.
He got a concussion. So
but
if you look at the Raiders game
for that too.
Yeah. My point is, what else you gonna do? Because you push him, he gets hurt. It ain't help him then. You look at my man came around with his momentum and fell on him. Still, so what you gonna do next? Two-hand touch the quarterback?
Well, they might as well play flags.
I mean, what else can you do?
Just put flags on the quarterback.
That's what it's coming to. Then he can't run either. Then
first step was the Pro Bowl, man. Next, that'll be the Super Bowl. Flag football, baby.
Hey, no. Hey, no. It literally just.
Oh, he said. That's what he's saying.
It literally just popped into my head.
I'm not stopping that, man. They are winning games for the team as rookies. Garrett Wilson won a game as a rookie. Breece Hall won a game as a rookie. Now Gardner won a game as. There's no reason to stop. They're starting off like this. They're only going to get a lot better. No.
Hey, we said it from the draft. You guys had a great draft, and now they're producing. I mean,
I like the Giants draft class too. I'm big on Thibodeau and Neil. You know that, man. I wanted Thibodeau. I'm on record as saying I wanted Thibodeau over Gardner and over everyone at 4. I was pissed when we passed on Thibodeau.
And guess what? It's paying off for the Giants.
Yeah.
They're 4-1. So.
And they didn't even get Wan'Dale Robinson playing yet. So there'll be another rookie that'll be contributing to the Giants shortly, if not this week. So I'm not going to stop. I got an eye for this shit, man. I can see when guys are going to impact the league. And I'm just happy that we got several guys, as do the Giants. I think both of us had fantastic draft classes. And doing this show and doing what we do, I put my opinion out there. It's either going to sink or swim. And right now, it's on a fucking raft with a cigar and a 40-ounce beer, enjoying life.
Cigar and 40. How classy.
Monte Cristo and Whole 45.
Motherfucker said a raft. So, I mean, like you said, a yacht.
I'm just thinking about I like the pool life. The bathroom's near. I don't like being out.
You said a raft, you know what I'm saying? I like you. Are going on a raft sipping champagne?
And the Jets being the Jets, the cherry's gonna fall off the cigar, burn the raft, and I'm gonna fucking sink to the bottom. I just don't know when.
Well,
he said you got an eye, pink eye.
From the guy who's always stoned and he can never open his eyes.
What do you think about Ant's comment about if Washington lose, they should cut Wentz?
I think we see Tyler Heineke if it's a sloppy. Because did you see Rivera's comments this week?
Yes.
I could send you the link if you don't have it.
No. Don't worry about it.
He basically said,
we heard
it. Have it?
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay, cool.
Because he went in on him.
How do you do that?
He went in on him.
Like this.
How do you do that?
The teams in the division are farther ahead at this point.
Quarterback.
Chose the quarterback here, though. So do you have any regrets about that, or how do you?
No, I got no regrets about their quarterback. I think our quarterback has done some good things. There's been a couple of games that he's.
Ooh, so that was pretty much the gist of it. I mean, I talked about it on a late night show, and man, yeah, he ran him over.
That shows your frustration when you don't catch yourself. You know what I'm saying? That shows how frustrated you are about a certain player. Because normally, you sit in these interviews. For the most part, you pretty much know the question that's coming. You pretty much, prepare yourself because you've been kind of like coaching how, especially if you've been in this league for a while. You pretty knows how to conduct yourself, what to say, what not to say, how to say certain things. When that stuff like that comes out, that's pure frustration.
That's gangster shit.
That's pure frustration, bro.
Cooper Rush and Daniel Jones. I mean, both of those teams are winning because they have a lot of good around them, right? They're not throwing five. They're not putting up a Josh Allen 340-yard half with 4 touchdowns at halftime.
Right.
They're playing within themselves. They're playing within the system. It's good play design. It's good defense. It's making the right play at the right time. There's a lot of schematic differences that are helping Dallas and the Giants win games right now.
Right.
Dare I say, good coaching. Daboll's fantastic. I'm a little bit more surprised from the Dallas end, to be honest with you. Daboll, I'm a huge fan of.
No. Daboll is doing a fantastic
when you look
job.
at doing that to a quarterback, you were a part of trading for it.
Right. But he didn't. They didn't mention that.
It's like Cooper, Bradley Cooper in The Hangover. Yeah, we fucked up. That's basically what you just did to Daniel Snyder and ownership, saying, yeah, we made you pay this guy. We made you take on this contract. We fucked up. So I think Rivera goes before Wentz, and they'll just ride out Wentz at the end of the year and cut him. But he may go to behind Heineke tonight. If they come out bad against the Bears, I think we'll see Heineke.
I think you can blame.
I hate when we agree so damn much, Nick, because I swear I said this. No, because I said this to other show. Because we were talking about on the Late Night Owl show when Matt Rule got fired. And I was like, I think the next coach that is up next is Ron Rivera, specifically because you aren't doing well. And actually the side of the ball that is really struggling is defensive side, which he should know better, which he coached as a defensive coordinator. You know, you were part of the 85 Bears defense.
And played.
You know.
Hey, what's the word on Chase Young?
No time soon.
It's that far out.
Pretty much.
Okay.
He's not even still. I haven't even heard of him being cleared for anything.
Right.
So,
but I'll speak to Anthony's comment.
Yeah.
You can blame Wentz. It may be the defense more than Wentz, but Wentz is part of the problem.
Yes, and here, and look, I broke it down this way because I think it's a double-edged sword because we got to look at the situation at hand. Carson Wentz is 5th in passing yards, he's 5th in touchdowns, but you got to look at the other end.
What's the fumbles and the interceptions?
I think he's had about 6 or 7 fumbles.
He takes a lot of sacks. A lot of his sacks is for holding on to the ball too long.
And yes, and he's got 6 interceptions, and his QBR is down in the dumps. And the reason why his QBR is so low is because look at when he's having these turnovers. He's having them at crucial moments in the game. Just like he threw an interception late in the game while they're driving, trying to go to the end zone to win a game and gets picked off by the Titans linebacker. He throws interceptions and fumbles at the wrong part of the game in the clutch time. That's why his QBR sucks. That's why
he's got 7. He's got 7 turnovers. He's lost 1 fumble, and he's got 6 interceptions.
6 interceptions.
It's 5 games, man. You can't be giving the ball away in the NFL like that.
It's no ball security from the most important position that touches the ball every play.
We've known this. We've discussed this at length. We're not the only ones. The football world knows this, and we ridiculed it when you went and traded for him. Because he went to Indy, and I remember my quote from him.
And he did the same thing.
He couldn't succeed with his offensive coordinator, Frank Reich, from his 14-2 almost MVP season, the year they won the Super Bowl.
Yep.
When he tore his ACL against the Rams.
Yep.
He could get nowhere near that with the guy that designed the system
for him. Yes.
He got rid of him after 1 season.
Yes.
He's like, I can't do nothing with this.
Beware. You get what you pay for. And now you're getting raped because you're getting money stolen from you, and you're getting embarrassed, and you're starting to point fingers after 5 games when the only thing you should be doing is going and looking in the mirror because your GM, your coach, your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator all signed off on this trade.
Every last one of you
said we're bringing him in, and we're going to put him put him ahead of Heineke, and Heineke has been a guy that team has responded to. They've played for. He's brought a spark to them. He was very impressive in that playoff game against Tampa. I repeat it all the time. the way Washington played Tampa, that was Tampa Bay's closest game on that playoff run to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Right.
Tyler effing Heineke. So
Yeah,
there's
I agree.
something to be said. Kurt Warner made a Hall of Fame career about being the guy that no one thought you could be, but you responded at the right time and the team responded to you. You can't sell that shit short. That's like the Derek Jeter it factor, right? You ask about Derek Jeter, he was never the best at anything, but he was the best at everything.
He was the captain of the ship.
He never hit the most home runs. He never really had the highest batting average. He was never the fastest. He was never the greatest fielder. But when you put everything together, he's one of the greatest of all time.
Look, the captain
There's
of the
something to be said about those
ship.
types of players.
The captain of the ship was never the best guy. He was the guy that made sure that everybody did their job, including him, that brought it all together.
He's the guy that everyone responds to. He's the guy that no one wants to disappoint. He's the guy that everybody plays harder for because they know he's giving his all. I still see Heineke diving for that touchdown envisioned in my head. As soon as I see it.
Bro, they gave him a 2-year, $12 million contract after that playoff game. Why do you
Here's the Heineke playing tonight.
Look.
Why do you get Carson Wentz after that then?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Why do you get another quarterback after that?
Well, look, I don't
think... They thought that maybe signing Wentz would take all the heat off of Daniel Snyder in the front office. We got to get somebody in here that people can hate more than me.
That might be it. But I mean... Heineke, I don't think he was going to be the long-term solution.
No. I agree with you on that.
But I'm saying, like, maybe
get a shot.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. At least take a crack at it.
But here's the thing. Oh, go ahead.
If you have Heineke playing right now in that second year of that contract, you see what's coming down the pike in the draft class next year. You see what's coming. So if you have a true answer, either Heineke's going to be our guy or he's going to be our backup. You have that answer. You had that answer to that question answered at the end of this season. And so,
but they drafted a quarterback. So they drafted a quarterback. You got Heineke.
Yeah, and
then you pick up. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is,
you're throwing spaghetti at the wall.
You got Sam Howell. You got Heineke. You don't need Wentz. You save that money for another position.
Yeah,
because he already he wasn't that bad the year before. Last year he wasn't that bad. So let him play it out. See what you can get. Let Sam Howell something learn. You got your future right there.
Who's the GM of the?
And you got $30 million to put into the rest of your team.
Right, and you got to take that money.
Maybe you could have kept Brandon Scherf instead of having to let him go.
Hey, Anthony Price, who's your GM?
Just another victim. He's getting
because he should lose his job.
He did say that today. Did you guys see that?
I saw the headlines, but I didn't read it.
Daniel Snyder hired a PI and said that if the NFL wants to go after me, I could take down multiple owners and Roger Goodell. And one of my buddies on the Jets page put, great, the Jets are finally winning. We'll probably make the Super Bowl, and it's going to get canceled because of Daniel Snyder. And I replied to it. I was like, which means that when my heart gives out after the Jets win the AFC Championship, I would have died for nothing.
Bro, like, for real, though, like, how the hell does this... How does this happen, man? Like, your man got a he said, I want all the fucking... And you take me down? He said...
He did Nino Brown.
Yeah, he did.
This is bigger than Dan Snyder. This is bigger than Dan Snyder.
What if he's got, like, video of, like, Roger Goodell blowing lines off of, like,
I go down, I'm taking a whole bunch of motherfuckers with me.
Right.
That means that he's got video like Roger Goodell blowing lines off a stripper's ass at a party. Like Urban Meyer's like getting head from the front. Like it's gonna be some crazy shit. I had a PI. Imagine being a private investigator who are usually like cops who fucked up and like still trying to get paid for what they know how to do. And getting a call to go to Washington headquarters. And Daniel Snyder's like, I need you to go look at every owner in the NFL and Roger Goodell.
Bro, that's mad funny, bro. Like, dude, does anybody else see the humor in this? This is hilarious that Snyder did that. Because it's
the black dude. What's his name?
Why is it gotta be the black guy? Come on.
It's always the black guy. God, what's his name? I remember talking about it.
You said it. I am not agreeing.
God, I seen his name too. Come everybody making a big deal out of them hiring them.
I don't know, but
Washington's turning into a horror movie, being topical here in Halloween. Of course, the black guy's going to go first.
this shit is getting terrible.
It's literally an awful SNL skit, right? Like it's like an over the top, like satire skit. The way that the
I remember
commanders are being ran.
He's a black dude. I just can't remember his name.
Hey, but Mark Davis is probably happy because he's like, at least he's messing with another owner besides me and my
I haven't seen any memes about my haircut lately.
That old chili bowl cut. Hey, Snyder is the new Al Davis, man. He going hard in the paint with him, boy. He fighting with the league like crazy.
What you gotta do, bro.
This is the longest I've went without having us talk about Jerry Jones. So Dan Snyder's doing some shit, right?
No, but trust me, any dirt on Jerry Jones is nothing that anybody would be surprised about.
Jerry Jones would spin that. He'd take that and spin it, man.
Jerry Jones is going to be like the Washington sniper in the back of the trunk, waiting to take out Daniel Snyder. This motherfucker ain't gonna get me.
And Jerry Jones will take it, spin it, and make it into a t-shirt. That's how he is. It's real, for real, seriously.
Nice segue because
that's what I do, man. That's what I do.
No, because we played the clip with primetime Deion Sanders got into a little shoving matchup with Alabama State's Eddie Robinson Jr.
Not really a shoving match.
Yeah,
it wasn't a shoving match. It was he's like we friends,
And then so in the press conference, the comment was Deion ain't swag. He ain't swag, and so
I'm swag. I'm some white always cursing. I'm swag, baby.
Who is swag, baby? Who is?
Oh, come on, Deion, really?
I wake up motivated. I wake up motivated. I wake up motivated. I wake up motivated.
Who is swag, baby?
Trolling like a mug, ain't he?
Deion better be careful, man. He ain't got enough toes to be dancing. He might just tip over.
He lost a couple of toes. He had too many toe injuries, and he did have to get a couple of toes amputated. So, that's why you see Deion.
Deion get pulled over for DUI. He's just gonna drift when he's doing that. You better be careful.
But no, I saw that, and this was my take from it. Obviously, he took the situation and turned into a merchandise song. But here's my thing: that's been Deion Sanders. But he's not being Deion Sanders right here. He's being primetime. And that's been him since back at Florida State. Hell, back in high school. And so
he knows what sells the college kid. You got to give him credit.
He gets it.
Let's say the high school kid. He knows
Deion gets it.
High school kid. Yeah.
Deion
gets it. That's 50 Cent level
promotion. But now he's using his name.
No, come on.
I'm not knocking it though. But I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it.
No, what Deion is doing is being what he's always been, is a showman.
Okay, I'm not denying that. I'm not denying it. It's still trolling though. It's still trolling.
But Deion's been doing that. The only
I'm not denying that.
From high school all the way up to when he was a professional, there wasn't no social media. So now all he doing is just adapting the primetime character that he's been playing for over 40 years, damn near. And it's just applying it to a social media world that is driven the world.
And I'm denying it's still trolling though, bro. It is. That's that 50 Cent level trolling. That's what 50 do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not knocking it, and I'm not denying what you're saying.
Man, you had to like Deion smashed that man's wife or some shit.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying he took.
You can't deny it either, though. You can't confirm nor deny. Let's be real. You don't know what's what.
You don't know. But my thing is like this: he took what was said. You know what I'm saying? Ran it back at him. Turned it into a marketing thing. So
ran it through him. Not back at him.
Yeah, ran it through him. Right.
Took the soul, snatched the soul right as he passed through the body.
And like Nick said, Nick said, that's gonna draw more kids,
More of
eyes,
these
Bingo.
and attention
It's
Bingo.
putting
to
more of these
Jackson
and
State.
these on the program. It's putting
Yeah.
eyes and
Bingo.
ears on a
Right.
program that has not been a household name in the country. It's
'Cause-
been an afterthought. It's been not part of the Power Five, right?
Right.
Like it's been not a place for marquee players to go.
Mhm.
But what is going on in that conference now is I want to go be a part of that. I want to help that go to the top. I turned down Alabama to go play for Dion.
Let me say this. Let me say
I don't know
this.
the kid's name, forgive me, but I know the number one
Yeah,
recruit in
yeah.
the country went there, right?
Travis
Yeah,
Hawkins.
yeah, Travis Hall.
Yes.
But let me say this. Hold on. Remember when Different World came out? Not Different World. Yeah, Different World. When it came out, that the enrollment in HBCUs went up.
Went up. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People wanted to be a part. People was looking for Hillman. Where's Hillman at? You know, it was a make-believe school. You know what I'm saying? The enrollment for that went up. So now you look at that, you contrast that with what Deion Sanders is doing. You know, how many people heard of Jackson State until Deion got there? You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people have.
Diehards,
Yeah.
diehards, and like
Yeah.
real football.
Yeah.
heads.
Yeah, real football heads or real people who probably was alumni out there, but who parents probably go to the classics and stuff. I know my mama went to Tennessee State, so she talk about that. My grandma stayed down the street from Alabama State, so I used to go out there and play basketball. So I know about some of them HBCU schools. But outside of that, a lot of people don't know about them schools. Now here come Deion. Not only did he bring and put Jackson State on the map, he put Alabama State on the map.
Mm-hmm.
He put Tennessee State talked about more because Eddie George is there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you start thinking outside of Grambling, Southern, most people who are around that.
It was a rivalry game that was on
Right.
NBC.
And people knew about them. But outside of that, you ain't know that there.
Years ago,
Right.
and put that on.
Right. So that's my thing. It's like, so he's doing a whole lot, not just for Jackson State, he's doing a whole lot for the conference. You know what I'm saying? For HBCUs in general, really.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I applaud him. He doing what he doing what Deion does. So I don't have a problem with it.
I want to do something that Nick does and he hasn't done a while on the show.
What's that?
I ain't one of the Cosbys. I didn't go to Hillman.
Hey, but I think the conversation needs to go further because this is
Okay, go ahead.
because this what Deion is doing is being that great marketer and PR.
Oh, yeah.
And
100%.
and what comes with that is I made a statement on the Late Night Owl show. It says this is when Saban, Dabo, and Kirby, this is when they really gonna shake. Is when Deion Sanders gets a Trevor Lawrence to come to Jackson State.
Mm.
When Deion Sanders gets a top left tackle that he goes into a house of a suburban area and gets the best left tackle in the nation.
So in other words, you saying when he gets some of these white players to come down there?
Oh, when he gets them, them coaches gonna shake.
Oh yeah,
They're gonna
I
shake.
agree.
And I'm not trying to make it about race. I'm just saying.
No, it's not. It's not. But I'm saying,
you are making the point, and I'll add to your point for you real quick.
right.
When you get to that level, and all black schools start to cross the color barrier the other way, that's going to be huge. When you
right.
get the left guard from Iowa to come
Right.
down, when you
Right.
get the Trevor Lawrence,
Boy, I like some big old butts.
yeah, man.
But seriously,
Down here in Jackson, Mississippi.
here's the
when
thing.
you already
Go
did
ahead,
it
Nick.
last year. You raised eyebrows when you took the number one recruit, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Who was recruited by Alabama, Georgia, all the big names, right? And
Right.
he went there. I've always said this about Rutgers. When Rutgers with Shiano can get that one big kid to stay home in New Jersey when all the other big guys want them, it only takes one domino to start a domino effect.
True.
It takes one chip to fall, right? Before the avalanche collapses. Why couldn't it did it already fallen for them and then the conference?
Yeah.
Now other guys are going to be like, I want to go beat them. And that's how
Right.
it started with SEC building up, right? There's been SEC dominance. And now everyone's saying, I don't want to go to Alabama. I don't want to wait 2 years to play.
Right.
I want to go to Tennessee. I want to go to A&M. I want to go to Ole Miss. I want to beat these guys because I might be able to play right away. Same shit's going to happen there. Dion's okay being the villain. We watched Dion grow up. We watched Dion play at the NFL.
Right.
Dion's okay playing the villain for the greater good.
And he's mentally strong enough to handle it.
You could have been on the phone 10 minutes after it happened in the locker rooms and texting each other and be like, yo, let's do this. Let's settle our conference. What I said the other day in the show when you guys were doing it, just like WWE, hero versus villain sells. Sure. It sells on reality TV shows. It sells in sports. It sells in WWE. It sells in Hollywood. You get hero versus villain, and your dollars, your free publicity, your Instagram follows, your TikTok follows, your brand is going to get promoted free of charge.
Right. And guess what? You were right about that, Nick, because and at the same time, Mel, you were right about that Alabama State wins at the same time too, because they're getting exposure, they're being on ESPN, and then probably when was the last time you've been on ESPN? Right. When's the last time you got this national coverage on just a regular Saturday? And then like Nick says, there's people that want to beat you. Because Dion can't get every player on his team. They're gonna have to go somewhere else.
Eddie George is saying, and what's the guy from the other school?
Eddie Robinson.
Eddie Robinson Jr.
Eddie Robinson Jr.
Okay. What do you think he's going to say now? That's part of the recruiting pitch. That's going to be a part of the growth of the conference, and that's going to be a part of what should be a much bigger conference.
What do you mean, Ant? I want to make sure I understand what you're saying. What do you mean by your comment?
We mean the NILs?
Yeah, so what I'm saying is he talking about if Dion start getting players to paying players to come play with him. Is that what you're saying?
Well, there are athletes on his team that do have NIL deals.
Yeah, I mean, NIL, anybody can get it.
Yeah, any player can get an NIL deal.
The bigger deals, the bigger you are. You start getting television games more often, not buried on ESPN2. You start getting ABC. You start getting major networks to put you on. Everybody, the water level rises for everybody, right?
For everybody, right?
Everybody eats.
You think about it.
He's getting Disney money right now. He's fine, so he's doing well.
Well, I'm just talking about
what the school is,
the school and stuff.
The school is. Let me correct that because I don't want nobody confuse what I'm saying. The school, what he's doing because of his profile and what he's able to do. But here's the good thing, and I think a lot of things get missed on what is the main goal is his team wins. Like his team wins. Jackson State is winning. Not only this year being 3-0, but I think I've only seen maybe a handful of losses, maybe 3 losses in about 3 years that he's been coaching there in the regular season. So his team is winning.
His team is winning.
So you got to do that, because we know the deal. But this is what I'm saying. That's why this is literally his blueprint, because he did the same thing as a player. Hey, I make sure not only did I make sure I get myself noticed, but when it was time to show up, I showed up. I mean, we all know about prime time.
I want to speak to that. What Ant just said. I don't fully agree with that. So I think here's the thing. Let me say this about HBCUs. At one time, HBCUs was just seen as, and for lack of better words, a black thing. You know what I'm saying? This is school just for black people to go to, maybe not such great talent, all that stuff, all that negative stuff. But however, I think once players, regardless of color, see what Dion is doing for the conference, for the whole HBCU in general, I think they will consider going down there, because it's about a couple of things. It's about playing time. If I see I can go to Jackson State, get playing time, and I'm gonna get on TV, and I'm gonna learn from a great coach, I'm gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? And if I feel like, okay, I can go somewhere that I'm gonna get, exposure for, I'm definitely gonna go there.
Hey,
don't be mad because your prepaid 1999 cell phone overheated, bro. The conversation was gonna go here anyway.
So I don't think he has to pay white players to come.
No,
I
I don't
think
think
he
he
keep
has
doing
to.
what he has to
We
do.
yeah,
to
exactly
get
what he's doing.
the best player to come, regardless of color.
I'm gonna put it to you like
And he
this.
did that
Nick
already.
again.
He did that last year.
Yeah, and fuck Nick
Why
again.
can't it become a trend? Why can't
The
you
third
get
time.
3 of the top 25 this year at the sign?
Right.
Why can't, regardless of fuck race? But
Yeah, and fuck Nick.
No, see, but I think that's
I
what
got
I'm
a couple
getting at,
races I would love to fuck Nick. So I got a few more. I got to check off before I complete the cycle.
I got a few more too, but go ahead.
I'm just saying, like, let's really look at the bigger picture. Like, if you're an 18-year-old kid right now living in 2022, and you got Nick Saban coming to your house and Deion Sanders coming to your house, I know what Nick Saban can give me. I know it's highly publicized,
right?
But that don't mean that I'm gonna get seen immediately because
I'm buried on the roster.
When am I going to get on the field?
Right. And you already got.
There's several things that factor into.
Let me ask you this though, Nick. Before you say Joseph, let me ask you this. Now, Nick, I might not be a good person to ask this because you've been around, black people a lot. But say like you never been around anybody black, right? Except what you see on TV.
Perfect world. Go on. I'm in.
Right. Well, I'm saying in general, and you're getting bused to a high school that's majority black. What's your feelings about that? As a person,
I've never been like that. I mean, I know we make.
I'm not saying nothing racist. I'm just saying. But go ahead.
I mean, for some people, it would be a culture shock. I've always embraced that. I've never seen color. Like we make jokes about that shit all the time. Like that's what friends do. Like that's that locker room talk, right? What separates us, brings us together, and it's always been like locker room banter. So it's never been like that where I grew up. Like that's why an area like suburban New Jersey, all the races are here. It's a melting pot. That's why there is no hate crimes a lot. There's no police because everyone grew up in the neighborhood and knows everybody. But when you go and you look at it from an aspect of what high school kids are looking for with going to a school, I don't think we're coming into a different era now where we're a couple generations removed from, for the most part, most of the country. Let me say that. I don't want to keep it too broad of a brush. But for the most part, in civilized areas, we're a couple generations removed from segregation and true hatred. Yes, it still exists, but the growth that I think America has shown, and especially the youth nowadays, I don't think a lot of kids would write it off. Right? I think a lot of kids would embrace it, starting to change a culture and starting to evolve the small schools, because HBCU for the most part, they don't have a huge television contract. In terms of football and the sport are still small potatoes, right? You're starting to see some growth. But the things that you're going to look for are what? Exposure.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the television deal? Am I going to be seen? Nowadays, the NIL deal is going to factor. Can I make money? Facilities. And does my coach have connections to the NFL? So you're starting to see the HBCU schools, they're going to have this growth. You got Eddie George. You got Deion. You got Eddie Robinson Jr. You got names that can make phone calls to the NFL and that are going to get calls from the NFL to find out about your players. So you check all those boxes. Why can't they be a school that crosses over race?
I agree.
A true Power 5 type of program.
Go ahead, man.
Well, I want to get some of these comments because first Ant says,
because I saw Ant's comment because I got to talk.
We'll go with the first comment. You gonna pick JCU or Alabama? Now, but here's my thing. See, my thing is talking about what he's building and what it can get to.
Yes.
Of course, right now Alabama has the advantage. Right now, you know what I'm saying? But you start seeing the tides change. You see the beginning of the tides changing. Now, you know what I'm saying? Now going with Boney, homie said, he made a great point. He said his cousin, played on the same team with Julio and barely touched the ball. People look at that. Like, well, damn, you got 5 receivers deep. I'm the sixth receiver. When I'm really gonna be able to, I might not play till my senior year.
Well, if I go on special teams, you better hope you make a play on special teams.
On special teams. But if I go to Jackson State, I might start. And not only that, who don't have a connection? If Deion don't have a connection in the NFL, he has connect. He used to be he used to be a commentator, sitting with all those coaches. He played in the league. You know what I'm saying? He has better connections than Saban probably does.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's why when to get to that comment that Anthony made, said, would you choose Jackson State over Alabama? Is yes. Me personally, I would, because here's a guy that has a blueprint that can teach you the game. And I'm not just talking about the game of football, teach you how to be a man, and most importantly, teach you how to play the game that's outside of football.
And see, that's another thing you said. You got a good point right there.
The alcohol, the other shit that comes with the NFL, with the money that comes with that. Deion has been in that limelight. It has made it to a point. Did y'all know that Deion don't drink? Yeah. He's never drank alcohol. Did people knew that? You not even
drinking high on his ego his ego too big. Nothing else ain't gonna touch that high.
But because he was committed to playing that character. He was committed to playing the character because he saw the end goal.
Michael Irvin should have hung out with him a little more. Maybe his life would be a little better.
And a lot of people mistake that his bravado and his self-confidence and his self-awareness as cockiness and arrogance, and they misunderstand the tactics that he does.
But it's a marketing thing.
But
you made a good point too, Lamar, when you said that he can teach you how to be a man. That appeals to parents. That's another part. That's another part of recruiting you have to appeal to. You have to appeal not only to the kid, but to the parents.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you sell the parents and the kid, you sell the whole package.
Yeah.
And then Anthony said,
people don't even know he don't drink, he don't curse. Like literally, Deion is a very disciplined guy. Like, I followed his career, obviously, and I've always been a fan of him. I followed all shows he's done, podcasts that he's done, right. And so it's like he is a very disciplined man. And so if this man comes to my house recruiting that 18-year-old kid, or matter of fact, I think any 18-year-old kid, and he's like, yo, you one of the greatest football players ever, and you've been so disciplined for all this time, and you know people that know people. His staff looked like the Detroit Lions staff. NFL experience all over the board. Well, but I'm just saying, in a good sense. Right. But you look at all the things that he can give knowledge. People got to understand it's about the knowledge.
Right. I agree with that, Bone.
It's about the knowledge. The knowledge that he can give you, because, and then you like, even if you don't get to play, just the knowledge that you can get from him that Saban can't give you. What Saban coach? Okay, you've been a coach. He can only come at you as a coach's point of view.
Right. Saban can't give you a player's point of view.
He can't give you a player's point of view. Deion has been there, done that. I'm passing the game to you because I done it, and this is how it's done.
Now I'm on to Anthony. I think Anthony's still stuck on right now. You gotta see the bigger picture. You can't just you're looking at right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it might not have a lot of scouts coming there right now. Look what he's building.
Not right now. And no, even if you talk right now, I'm telling you, if you can even talk right now.
Why are you trying to shoot down my street cred with this comment?
Deion is getting all type of recruits.
Sable is as relatable as Shine is.
No, but I'm saying like
hold on, man. I'm about to read this comment word for word. Give me a sec. Oh wait, no.
But I'm saying like the scouts are coming. They're coming to Jackson State.
Oh, I'm not saying they're not, but I'm saying
Deion said they're gonna have a first round pick this year.
Yeah.
Didn't they have like a 5th or 6th round? They had a couple of late rounds last year.
Yeah, I know Lions picked up one of their players.
Bro, I know they had a late round. He said this is just the beginning, getting guys drafted. We're gonna have a first rounder the next year or two.
But guess what? The scouts don't even necessarily have to come. You know who was just at the game at Alabama State? Terrell Owens. If he sees a player like, yo, this dude's nice, all he got to do is tell somebody, and they'll tell somebody to tell somebody.
Scouts,
Tell somebody.
Hey, look, the
And
Scouts went to
arms are
Chattanooga
gone.
State. The Scouts went to Mississippi Valley State. The Scouts went to Alcorn.
Yeah.
Where did Strahan go? Strahan.
He went to Texas Southern.
Texas Southern. They went to Texas
Fine
Southern.
talent, man. These guys' jobs are the
They're
these
fine.
people
That's their
outside.
job is to find those diamonds in the rough.
Yeah.
So think about that. If they finding these talents prior to what's going on now, you think they're not gonna go down to Jackson State now?
Oh, they dead now.
Tennessee State now?
They going
Or
now.
you got these? Where's Hugh Jackson at?
He's in Grambling.
Yeah, Grambling. They going these places.
Yeah.
They going because now it's a buzz. You trying to get at, when you see stuff like trends starting to happen, you try to get ahead of those trends.
Oh yeah, and Boney brings up a good point. Shador Sanders is balling right now.
Oh yeah, he is. He is.
He's balling right now. He is absolutely balling right now.
True freshman too, right?
Sophomore.
Sophomore.
Okay.
Sophomore.
Listen to you. I was like, listen to AB.
So I mean, oh no, please don't bring up AB.
AB is worse, bro.
T.O. never been. He always did what was best for the team. People just didn't like his self promotion.
Oh, of course.
Nobody played harder than T.O. T.O. never put himself above the team, but T.O. will promote T.O. I do too.
I love T.O.
I wish we would have gotten him.
Love T.O.
What he did in that Philly Super Bowl and played after breaking his ankle and came back like that and played. So much respect for T.O.
That was a one-legged man.
Yeah.
Right.
And he balled out.
8 catches, 100-something yards. They win the game. He's the MVP.
He balled out.
He played fantastic.
Because he wanted to be there for his team, and people called him selfish for that.
And
that was the crazy
he
thing.
didn't even like
No. People need to understand this. Terrell Owens literally had to sign an insurance waiver from absolving the Philadelphia Eagles of all liability to play in that game. And if that doesn't show you that man is for the team, then you are just a downright fucking hater. Point blank period. You're just a hater. Because to me, that is an ultimate sacrifice to risk your own health and futures of millions of dollars to help your team win a Super Bowl because you want to win that Super Bowl. And the people that always gave Terrell Owens hell for that, you a hater. And the people that have always said anything bad about Terrell Owens is a hater. Skip Bayless.
Oh, Skip Bayless is a hater, period.
I hope he gets strangled to death by one of his scarves.
Choke on the dick.
White people with bad names. I don't need your help, bro. I can fuck up my name on my own.
No, for real. It's like I'm glad you brought that up, man. But you need players like that. And he was down at the game, and I'm telling you, if he just sees one player that stuck out in his mind, he's gonna be like, yo, you got to check this kid out. Right. They nice like that.
Right.
He got NFL connections too. So it helps when you have this on your. But I'm going out there and saying it without a shadow of a doubt. Jackson State hired the best option for coach in college football history. That is the best hire any coach or any university could ever make. So,
Matt said Deion Sanders' son to ink to deal with Tom Brady's clothing brand.
Probably either Uggs or Under Armour, because I know Brady got steak in Under Armour.
Right.
So
he also got that TB12 brand.
Yeah, the TB12 brand. Yeah, that might be it too.
That's his clothing brand. Is that TB12 shit?
And guess what? I've seen clips of Shador Sanders being able to meet Peyton Manning and Tom Brady through Deion Sanders. So if they're coming to I seen Troy Aikman at a game, at a Jackson State game. Yep. You don't tell me you can't tell me Troy Aikman don't have NFL connections. Hey man, I went down to Jackson State and boy, you ain't gonna believe what the hell I saw. That's all it takes.
That's all it takes, man.
And all that changed once Deion Sanders got there. Or not necessarily just because he got there, but take for instance any guy that's ever played NFL football and they're a coach in the HBCU. There's
Mhm.
NFL connections of abundance.
Right. Oh yeah,
So
Yeah.
you know these you will get found.
you get found. For
You
real.
know you'll get found. So I mean it's going to be a shifting thing, but I had just had that thought on the late night show. I'm like, man, if he get a Trevor Lawrence, boy, that really gonna make Saban and then Kirby Smart and Dabo just shaking they coaching boots, boy. They gonna be
I'm
oh
gonna love every minute of it. Can't stand this thing.
can't stand them motherfuckers. I man,
We better be going overtime.
what are some of the headlines in NFL that are kind of like blowing your mind right now, and not jet related? Nick Shine, big homie Nick.
And I got nothing. Go to nothing.
Oh my gosh!
Just for the record, this is the first time we're ever doing a show together where the Jets have a winning record. So I'm going to enjoy this shit.
80% of my clothes are Under Armour and it's overpriced brand. Rocket saving. First internet idea for Brady.
Yeah, I Detroit man. What are one of these storylines in the NFL that is really tripping you out right now?
Shoot, man, a lot of them. So you look at what should the coach do? You bring in Matt Ryan, think he's gonna be your savior, and it's a bust. What Denver's gonna do with Russ? Russ out with a shoulder injury.
Wait, hold on. I don't mean to cut you out. Wait, hold on. The Colts are 2-2-1. I know it ain't pretty.
Yeah, it's not a pretty 2-2-1 though.
But they 2-2-1 in
matter,
that
man.
division. They at the top.
It's
right
not
now.
a pretty 2-2-1, bro. And some of the ones were barely. The Chiefs gave them that game.
Yeah,
They didn't win it. The Chiefs gave them that game. All right. How many games you actually gonna get the way this team is playing? How many games you actually gonna get like that? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I get what you're
But
saying.
then when you get towards the middle of the season, and when it get close to playoff time, some of those mistakes they make, they gonna get ran through. Because it's a whole different. The latter part of the season in playoffs is a whole different ball game, whole different animal. So I think that I don't count injuries because injuries happen, but outside of that, that defense didn't look strong. Without the Forrest Buckner there, it just didn't look strong at all. He's a major part of your defense, but still, bro.
And so is Shaquille Leonard, who hasn't even made his debut yet.
Still,
so
man. They didn't look great.
But I'm saying
all.
that makes a difference when Shaquille Leonard and you're missing the Forrest.
And what about your
Buckner.
offense? The running game didn't look that great. You got the same O-line?
Yeah, Jonathan Stewart didn't play. Jonathan Taylor.
Right.
Jonathan
Naheem
Taylor.
got hurt.
Naheem got hurt in the first.
But before he
drive.
got hurt, you look at the games they played prior to that game, he got hurt.
Oh, I got you.
The running game didn't look good.
Oh,
Matt Ryan passing game look horrible.
Look, the coaches ain't look good.
Period.
They just don't. I get it. But
they
they're
look like this Carson
2-1
Wentz coach.
and look, I know they're a team on life support, but hell, that luckily they're in the division that's on life support. So it's, I mean,
That's the only thing that's saving them.
But yeah, I mean, enjoy it. You're in the AFC South. The Jaguars keep faking us out. The Texans,
Trevor Lawrence throwing pump fakes left and right.
The Texans are the Texans.
Right.
The
If
Titans.
the Giants are 4-1, are you believing in them? They haven't played really good teams, but won.
They may not play good teams, but you got to look at what Brian Daboll, who's bringing who is coming over from a culture of a team that was on the rise. So he's seen a lot of playoff football. So they were winning a lot of football games. And so then you look at what he's doing is he's not really doing nothing spectacular, but he's putting Daniel Jones in situations where he's making it unfuck up proof. And literally the only thing that Daniel Jones just doesn't have to do is not fuck it up. Like literally. I mean, he's having, on if you look at some of the plays that they're running on first and second down, they're doing max protection.
Mhm.
And they're pretty much saying, hey, take all the time you need. I know we only got about like 3 routes out there, but take your time. Don't mess it up and let him get in the groove. Let him get in the rhythm. I think Brian Daboll right now is coach of the year. He's doing a phenomenal job
He's a
because
Titans hacker, both who plays a Wizard for a season ago. I'll say this, and it's
But the
kind of
Rams
like
won the Super Bowl last year, and the Rams look like shit. So it's
Yeah,
a different
so-
year. You don't bring the
Yeah.
same team over. I know it's great to say it, and it helps fans build up their win mentality, but it's not the same team. The Titans have looked like shit. The Packers have looked like shit. The Rams have looked like shit. The Bengals have looked like shit. So teams that made the Final Four last year, it's not the same team. It's fun to say it, like the Cowboys. We beat the Rams and the Bengals, the 2 teams in the Super Bowl. It's fucking September. Calm the fuck down. Put your dick back in your pants.
I'll say this though. I think if you look at how this team is playing, I think that can tell you, that gives you a barometer of where this team is going.
You want to be on this trajectory. You want to be going like this.
They're playing tougher. That defense is playing, pretty good defense, solid defense. So I'm believing. If you're talking about believing in them, far as on their way up, yes. If you're talking about believing them, far as being a Super Bowl contender, no, I'm not believing in that much, but I am believing on the trajectory of them going up, because I'm looking at now. I'm not just looking at who they're playing. I'm looking at how they're playing. I mean, you can say the Packers not looking as good as they normally do, but it's still a decent team that the Giants beat. And if you look at how they beat them, they beat them playing good, solid football.
It's a good, solid NFL win.
Right. So that's how I look at it.
That trip like that, being down by 13, coming back, scoring a point, that's a good NFL win.
Right.
All I'm saying
not
is
playing the Packers of last year. You're not beating Rodgers and Adams, who are weak together.
Right.
Fuck my Jets. That's all right.
No, but I'm saying, like,
that tells me that I made a point and you got nothing else to say to it. So you're just gonna try to. That's female shit, Matt. Yeah, we were dick small.
I thought it was a solid win, just like y'all. I mean, you beat Aaron Rodgers. I know it's not the same team.
Absolutely.
You still take care of business, because let's talk about it. Nobody picked the Giants to win that game, and they were down.
Right.
They won, and you just give
nobody but
credit
Matt.
Look, no, Matt didn't even pick him. No, don't fall for that. Matt didn't even pick him. So look. You give the credit when the credit is due. They're winning games. They're 4-1, and look, at some point in time, they're going to have to, repeat that same attitude and feeling that they had against Green Bay, and they're going to have to do it again. That's when you say, okay, they rose to the occasion again. Even in the losing effort, they be like, yo, they rose to the occasion. They could have won it. Clean up a little here and there. It might be their game. You can still probably say, yo, okay. All right, maybe y'all ain't no punks. Maybe you not flukish, because I had the same feelings about the Bengals last year. What happened? They go on a road next year, they in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I didn't think that the Bengals were the best team. They just got hot, played damn good football when it mattered, went on a run. Give them credit when credit is due. It don't matter who you play. Did you win? Or did you lose?
Right.
I mean, make a mockery of the 4-1. You won.
If you go to the Super Bowl and you win 3-0, you still getting a trophy.
And a fat, big ass diamond ring.
I mean, shoot, the Rams and New England game in
The
golf
worst
played
QBR game ever played up to date. It was the worst combined quarterback performance in the history of QBR. And Brady still got a ring out of it.
Right.
No one will remember that but me because of my hate.
The hate is strong with you.
Wish my God with my hate.
Play a hater. Play
one game at a time, right?
Hey man, the point though I'm making with like the NFC
the Lions was good for the
you all
first
knew
2
going
games.
into the
They fell
season,
off.
the NFC East had
You and me both.
the schedule on paper. Their strength of schedule was the weakest.
It is weak.
But you play your schedule. Like that's all that matters. You play your schedule, and if you can get right at the end of the year, you got a chance if you're in the tournament. So beat the teams that you're supposed to beat. Play 500 against the games you're not, and you're a playoff team.
Yeah.
Right. I agree with you on that one, and I thought they was a good. Well, I thought they were who they were, but I think the Lions problem. The Lions problem, huh? What's that? Go ahead.
St. Brown's been out. Swift has been out.
Yeah.
They took some hits. They're still scoring.
Dan Campbell making some bad.
He
making some bad decisions, man. I think if you look at that game, the last game they played with New England.
That though. Belichick still has.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not taking that away from Belichick. I'm saying, but the game was close. It was 6-3. If he'd have kicked, 6-0. If he'd have kicked the field goal, it'd have been 6-3. Closer game. You know, that interception, when that fumble changed the complexity of the game. Because the defense wasn't playing out horrible in that game as it was in the games prior to. So I think that Dan Campbell's decision to go for it on 4th and 9 was just asinine. I think that's what ruined that game. But that's what ruined some of the games. If you look at the Vikings game, he made some dumb decisions in that game. So it's kind of like, okay, some of that is coaching. Go ahead, Lamar. You got something to say?
Well, because I know this is your squad, and you feel like he's making dumb decisions. Like, but do you feel like they are like risky dumb decisions, like Brandon Staley's doing, or like they're just dumb decisions, as in maybe you should just rent a different route and gone about the situation? As
maybe going a different route, because okay, you look at it like this.
Because Brandon Staley is reckless.
Yeah, he's just doing crazy stuff.
He's reckless.
I think Dan Campbell is more inexperienced in
the coaching.
And yeah, I think he's a good rah-rah guy.
Okay.
You know, he probably is a player coach because you see players wants to play with him. But at the same time, when it comes to getting on that field, you know, you have the talent you need to have talent. And then you have...
Not to cut you off. Let me ask you
Go ahead.
Let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
Do you feel that he's coaching as from a player's point of view because he was an NFL player, or he needs to get into, I'm the coach, I need to make a actual start thinking how to handle the situation as what a coach would do and not as a player would do?
I would have to be a coach. I think as a player, you would, some of those decisions you would think not to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like going for 4th down is cool, but not all the time. Picking a kicker, choosing a kicker that you don't have confidence in doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Like you had Riley Patterson there. Okay, you got rid of him and feel that Cyber was a better kicker. You get to Cyber, and I think it was the second game, he missed a bunch of field goals. Now you don't have confidence in him. You cut him. Go get a kicker that you help a kicker. Then when you get to the game in New England, don't even use him because you don't feel confidence in him. Why pick him up? It doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff like that. It's like, okay, that doesn't make sense. And then, like, going for a 4th down, it's like 4th and 2, you in the red zone. I can kind of see that. You know what I'm saying? But you on a 50, bro. 4th and 9. Yeah. Why are you going for that? You punt it or kick a field goal, 1 or 2. You don't go for that. You know, especially in a close game. You in a close game, points are precious. Because all it takes is this one play to change the game. So imagine it's 6-3. At that point, you kick it to New England. You stop them again. You kick another field goal. Now it's tie game.
Here's my
different
thing.
Game.
Because I see Anthony's question. Here's my thing. I don't have no look. As long as you're a coach who's fine with the consequences of what happens when you go for it on 4th down, negative or positive. Because if you got a lot of negatives, then you better be able to start packing your house up. But so if you're willing to be okay with what happens with it, by all means, go for it.
And going for a 4th down is situational.
For me, it's
you on a goal line, it's 4th down, and you go for it. Okay, I can see that. Score close, whatever. Score close. Go ahead, Nick.
You go for the fucking win on the road. That's like textbook.
Yeah,
right. If people don't make it, fuck it. I mean, it's people want to debate shit, but you play, you coach to win that game.
Yeah. Coach to win the game.
On the road, the stats are and the analysis and the analytics are against you on the road coming out with that W. That's why you try to win it when you have the chance and when you're there.
Right.
No issue with it. Coach your team the way you want to coach your team. You're hired to make those decisions. Make them. That is not decided spur of the moment, after the touchdown scored, we're going for 2. That is decided before the season starts in the fucking play chart, the scoring chart that they have. When to go for 2, when to go for the wins. At home, we play it this way. On the road, we play it this way. Against elite quarterbacks, we're playing it this way. Against somebody that doesn't scare us, we're playing it this way.
And that's exactly why Brandon Staley is reckless. He's on the road in Cleveland. Literally, Cleveland has no timeouts left. There's a minute and some change left on the clock. They're on their own 40-yard line. Something is around there. And he goes for it on 4th down instead of punting it. That's not Patrick Mahomes over there. That's not your own quarterback, Justin Herbert. That's not Lamar Jackson, no Josh Allen, no Tom Brady, no Aaron Rodgers. Hell, it ain't even Dak Prescott. It's Jacoby Brissett. You make him go the length of the field. Why do you up by 2 points? They just need a field goal. And so when they fail to convert on 4th down, you pretty much give Jacoby Brissett pretty much 15 yards, and they're in field goal position that can beat you now. Like, that's reckless. That's why I asked you that question. Like, do you feel like he's reckless, like Brandon Staley going for a 4th down making decisions?
It seems more inexperienced to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I just seems more inexperienced to me than reckless. It's one of those things like this. And
Brandon Staley does that stuff a lot. Oh my God.
Yeah. Can Dan Campbell make the adjustments and learn from these? That's what you want to see. I don't see a trajectory so far yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people call him to be fired. I don't think he'd be fired. You know what I'm saying? He got a 6-year contract, so I think they'll probably at least give him another year, at least. Because you got to see what's Brad Holmes gonna do with a lot of picks just coming up draft. What does he draft?
And I thought he had a good draft too. The last
yes and no. I'll say yes in sense of I think some of the picks he got were good, but I think picking a lot of injured players still is questionable. He had to fix the salary cap. I'll give you that. So maybe that's why he kind of did that. But in the same token, you still get players that you're going to be able to use when you start building that roster. What you going to do with Levi Onsariki? He hasn't played in 2 years because of a back injury. What you going to do with him? What you going to do with Romeo Okoro? Haven't played. Omani, he haven't played. I mean, he got injured and he didn't play well. So it's like Anzalone's not a good linebacker. I like Malcolm Rodriguez. You're not coaching up Aiden Hutchinson. He needs to be coached up. If you see him come out of the game, he's always out of breath. He's only doing bull rushes. You don't see him do any other kind of spin moves, nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, that's coaching. It's like, okay, let me teach him. Hey, you need more. There's more moves to that. You get him, you get him in front of a coach that can teach him that, and you'll have something. But he needs complementary players around him, and you don't have that. So now it's like, okay, what you gonna do next year with more money to spend and a lot of draft picks? I think next year will kind of be the telling thing of what happens with this coach and even with this GM. They do the same thing and pick a lot of injured players. I think it's over with.
Yeah. I mean, probably, Jameson Williams I understand that one though.
But okay, I do and I don't. Because my thing is like, if you already the number 2 offense scoring, Jamie, how much is he gonna really elevate your offense? You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying. Okay. Well, I'm saying you're not that.
I'm just.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm saying. I mean, I'm not mad at it. At the same time, like.
Yeah, but at the looks at it, y'all need to take them picks and go get on the defensive side.
It's like the defense can't stop nothing, bro.
Y'all the number 1 scoring offense.
And number last.
Boy, y'all be giving off some points, boy.
Yeah. So, and you see what happened? You get into a close game with a coach like Belichick.
Yeah.
So if you had a good defense, I think that game would have been a better game. Because then your defense can make turnovers and maybe get some scores from your defense. And that changed the momentum. I mean, think about the momentum. When momentum changes in games, you know what I'm saying? Field position, complexity of the game, score, all that stuff. Somebody scores when it's a close game. That changes. A lot of things changes the complexity of the game and how you go about, playing that game. So I think like in close games, you got a good defense. That helps with that. We have a horrible defense like they have. They can't win close games.
Can't stop a nosebleed.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, but it's all them analytical coaches. Mike McCarthy's one of them.
Mike McCarthy
making those
garbage.
Crazy decisions.
Yeah, he garbage. He
hey,
extra garbage.
Look, that for me personally, you just got to look at the flow of the game. If my defense is stopping you, all right, then cool. But if I'm on the road, let me go get the win. No doubt, for sure. Anyway, real quick, who wins tonight? Or better yet, no, damn that. Here's a true question: are we sleep by halftime or end of the second quarter? 8 minutes left in the second quarter.
I'm sleep 8 minutes in.
Hey, what's the over-under of making it to the second quarter?
Right. For real. I'm losing my sleep over this mess.
Can it possibly get worse than last week?
Yes. With these two teams, yes.
I don't know. That damn coach of Broncos, I don't know if you get worse than that.
Might say he ain't even watching it. And then when Russ talked about his shoulder messed up, he might not even play.
A lat or something. I don't know. Anyway, hey, that's our show. We about 7 minutes over. It's all good.
I'd rather see Sierra out there than him.
Well, duh. Why the hell? What the hell? I want to look at Russell when I look at Sierra.
I'm saying it makes for a better watching than watching that game.
Broncos Nation, let's fall off our horse like Christopher Reeve.
Say Brady Sierra, we want to see this shit.
Anyway, on behalf of the big homie Nick, I am the Wild Card Mari. That is Detroit Mail, the man with the grand master plan for the I.O.W. network. Appreciate the love and support. Y'all going over to all our social media platforms, going over to Twitter, I.O.W. Sports 1, and of course, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all address I.O.W. Sports Network. Go show some love. We greatly appreciate it. And until next time, Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to episode 194. We out.
Peace.